Hello, students. I hope all of you are fine. Welcome back to our channel. Okay, I'm going to teach you that why IELTS listening is easy and how you should do it to improve your IELTS score. Okay, let me tell you that you are going to score 7 band uh, if you score between 30 or 32. So 30 or 32, this is a range if you want to score 7 bands, and if you want to get 8, then your target must be to get 35 marks out of 40. Now, let me tell you why IELTS listening is easy. It is because there are basically 4 sections. Number one, which is question number 1 to 10. These are mostly fill in the blanks. Okay, and fill in the blanks are very, very easy. You just have to stay focused. Okay, stay focused on what the speaker has to say. Now, let me tell you, when the speaker will give you a moment, around 30 or 40 seconds to read the questions, then you have to read the question. And in the blank, let's say the blank is about that this is the question. You will see different dash around the lake. If this is the question, then you will see different dash around the lake. Now tell me, what are the things around the lake? Usually, the visitors, water, grass, trees, maybe, mountains. Now, these are the possible things that come in your mind when you read the question. Now, when the recording will be played and the speaker will start speaking, you have to be vigilant and focus on what he has to say. These will be out of these words. I spoke 5 words: trees, water, visitors, um, visitors, and grass. Out of these 4 or 5 options, there will be the option that will be your correct answer. So you have to pay attention. To pay attention to what in the speaking, that I mean, the speaker is going to talk about that particular thing. And let me tell you, there is a speaking test in book, I think, IS 13. Mountains is the answer. Why? Because it talks about that when you are there on the visit, you can see that there are different mountains. There are various mountains around the lake. Okay, so around the lake means, now again, come to the point. Like I told you before, that all the possible words that come into your mind, according to the situation, there will be the answer in those questions. That's how IELTS listening is easy. You just have to be stay vigilant. It is for part one. Okay. Now there are different question types which you are going to encounter in the part section number 2 or section number 3. Section number 2. Let's talk about section number 2. In the MCQs, the speaker is going to talk about all the 3 options, A, B, or C. Okay, but he will agree on the one, only one. He will negate the other options by saying, however, but these are the 2 words that the speaker usually uses in order to skip a question. So the information after the but is important, not before the but. You got me? So after the but, you have to pay attention which is this option, A or B or C. That would be your correct answer. That's how you have to do. Soon I'll make another lecture in which I'll tell you the tips and tricks that how you have to solve MCQs by giving you many examples as well. All right. So after MCQs, let's move on. Let's do the other type of questions is match the heading questions. For example, they will say that this is the table in which there will be different activities. For example, running, swimming, jogging. Let's say only consider this: running, swimming, jogging. And there will be options. Question number 21, 22, and 23. These are the 3 questions. And in 21, he will ask, on Monday, the visitors come in the hotel and they do dash. Now, this is the dash. Out of these 3 headings, you have to select the suitable word. So, if the think about it, if the visitors come and the hotel, what will they do in the hotel? Within the hotel, can they run? Nope. Can they do jogging there? No. They can swim there. Yes, most of the hotels have a swimming pool. So this is the thing. That will be your answer, swimming. And you will hear this answer in your recording as well. So that's how you have to figure out how to do match the heading questions in listening test. Okay, moving forward. What are the four? Okay, in the fourth part, in the fourth section of IELTS, which is question number 31 to 40. 31 to 40. Mostly these questions are filling the blanks, just like your first 10 questions. But they are not that easy, but they are not that difficult too. All right? Not difficult in the sense that the speaker will give you the time to read the questions from 31 to 40, all 10 questions at the same time. That will, now this thing will become difficult for you, that you have to read all the questions at one time. But don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. You will see the subheadings in the on the paper in the test that will be right in front of you. For example, if I talk about a role of education in the life of people, in the lives of people, so there will be subheading, just like you can say education for the students below 20 years age, education for the students above 20 years age, education for illiterate people, how to train them. Now these are basically the subheading that I told you. There will be, on the basis of these, just listen it carefully, on the basis of these subheadings you will differentiate that these questions are paused. For example, one, two, three, these are the first three questions. Then there is a subheading, education for students below 20. Question number four, five, six, three questions will be in this subheading. And then there will be heading education for above 20 years. Then again there will be two or three questions. So these are the subheadings, you have to use them. And let me tell you one more thing, you will understand these all the tips and tricks that I told you only when you will have test right in front of you. So I'll mention an email address in the description of this live stream soon. And if you don't have books, you can just send an email on this email address and you will get the books. Okay, keep the books right in front of you and then listen this video from the start, how to do section 1, 2, 3, 4, and you will come to know that this is how listening is very easy. You will be able to score between 30 to 35 within the practice of only 7 days if you follow these tips. Okay, so that is the end of the lecture. I'll be back again with a new lecture. And if you have learned something new, then you can subscribe this channel, and I'll be YouTube live again, and I'll talk about how to improve your IELTS writing. Okay, I'll tell you the vocabulary words and important tips and tricks that you must have to follow in your IELTS writing module. Okay, so thank you so much. Subscribe our channel. See you soon.